tore through a window on Kings Run Court took the life of 26-year-old ISIS Roseman, shown here, believed to be pregnant. Another grim homicide scene in a summer week that's been particularly bloody.
Yes, it's been a little rough couple of months, actually.
Community peace advocate Mitch Morris.
It's just really nerve-wracking, but we still have to continue to be the support for the families, for the people that's left behind.
Cincinnati's latest deadly shooting victim. She dies after a bullet literally flies right through her apartment window, and she was inside. Good evening. I'm Mike Darnus.
And I'm Cherie Palello. So Cincinnati police are still working to try and figure out if 26-year-old ISIS Roseman was the intended victim or not. WLWT News 5's John London live for us in Winton Hills, where neighbors, as you can imagine, are on high alert as police are investigating now 3 separate crime scenes this evening. Hi there, John.
Yeah, and Cherie, we're at the third one. Cincinnati police, of course, it's not a scene anymore. They've had a car towed from Kraft at Winesty here across from me to see if bullets that hit it are related to a late-night homicide in any way. They were called here by a woman who found a couple bullet holes in that car this afternoon. Earlier, drive-by bullets just over this way pockmarked a building along Winesty. They're not sure if that gunfire or not ties into the killing of that young woman. The bullet that tore through a window on Kings Run Court took the life of 26-year-old ISIS Roseman, shown here, believed to be pregnant. Another grim homicide scene in a summer week that's been particularly bloody.
Yes, it's been a little rough couple of months, actually.
Community peace advocate Mitch Morris.
It's just really nerve-wracking, but we still have to continue to be the support for the families, for the people that's left behind.
About 5 hours after the homicide, a couple dozen drive-by bullets hit this building on Winesty about a half block away. No one was wounded. Police would only say it's part of a continuing homicide investigation. Caught up in the fear of sudden gunfire, residents who mind their own business.
Like me that work. I work 50 hours a week sometimes. So a lot of people that get out here to work, everybody ain't crazy like the people portray it to be. People to get up and go to work every day, get that money like me.
We hear how there's gunfire all the time around here. We also hear, where's the outrage?
To have kids around gunfire like this and everybody is acting like it's normal is not okay.
So 3 scenes within a short distance of each other, all involving gunfire, being examined as possibly related. People say, at least some of them anyway, they're accustomed to hearing gunfire in this neighborhood all the time. Others say they are very, very bothered by it. Live in Winton Hills, John London, WLWT News 5.
Yeah, as they absolutely should be, John. Listen, I know anti-violence advocates are in neighborhoods where these shootings are happening all the time. We're heading into a Friday night here tonight. Are any around Winton Hills right now?
Yeah, they are. We've seen them in the last couple of hours walking these blocks, talking, Cherie, to whoever they can, trying to learn whatever they can, and offering encouragement when they can, and gathering a sense, really, as they talk to people along these blocks of what to do next to try to prevent any further gun violence in Winton.
Craig, police say Tyrone Hunter turned himself in yesterday. Then this morning, he stood before a judge here facing murder charges.
Female shot in the stomach at that location.
Back on July 6th, police say someone shot and killed ISIS Roseman while she was inside of her home. A friend told us Roseman was pregnant with her 4th child. Tuesday morning, we learned more about what authorities say happened.
After a verbal dispute, fired multiple shots into the residence. One of those shots struck ISIS Leshay Roseman, causing her death.
Investigators say the shot that hit Roseman went through her window, and they say this is the man who fired that shot, Tyrone Hunter. His attorney disagrees.
He told me that he wasn't involved, he wasn't there, and he didn't do it. So it's not up to him to explain what happened. It's up to the state of Ohio to explain what happened and also to prove what happened.
In court Tuesday,
Requesting a very high bond.
a judge set Hunter's bond at $1 million. This came after Assistant Prosecutor David Wood detailed Hunter's prior charges.
The defendant was arrested in March of 2022.
Court records show those charges include trafficking cocaine and fentanyl and felonious assault. In January of last year, on the same street this shooting happened on, court documents say Hunter fired shots across the road and into an occupied vehicle. Both of those cases are still going through the court system. As for the most recent charges, the case now goes to a grand jury.
Man, we back with another crazy story out of Cincinnati, Ohio, about this 26-year-old woman and her little brother playing on a porch with a laser. Now, we want to go in from two sides. We want to go in first on the victim side. There's nothing wrong with playing with a laser pointer. People do it all the time. I don't understand how a laser pointer end up with you having an altercation with somebody that you don't know. Just approach y'all and start an argument. And then one thing led to another. The argument changed. On top of all of this a grown man arguing with a woman and her little brother. He ain't arguing with another man. He arguing with a woman about why they pointing the laser. And as they arguing, he threatened to shoot a house up. So, you know, normal people, we ain't worried about that. You just talking. Then he doubled back and opened fire. Started shooting. They were still on the porch. As the shots rung out, they end up running inside. She got hit through the window. So this was intentional. This another senseless crime that don't make no sense. Again, they had family members and everything. They wasn't walking around in the neighborhood. They was at their safe spot, their home, and got gunned down at their own home. It don't make no sense. Then from another perspective, they could have been pointing it in people's cars. They could have been pointing it at somebody. Nowadays, you can't play with a laser beam. Because if you see a red dot or whatever color it is on your shirt out of nowhere, people going to instantly get scared. You instantly going to start looking around like, what the hell going on? You know? And so when you see that, you thinking that your life in danger with red dots on your shirt. Most of the time, people don't think it's a laser. You got to think about it, how high gun violence is. So from that standpoint, you got to be cautious about how you play games around the neighborhood with people. Because a lot of people see laser beams and think it's a gun. Somebody trying to shoot them. So that's probably how he responded when he seen the laser beam. But in another token, it seemed like he wanted all the smoke. He wanted altercation. See what I'm saying? This ain't had nothing to do with him. But like I said, if they was pointing the laser beam at people's houses and windows, different shit like that, then that's where somebody would have came and approached him. And he just took it to another level instead of just saying, hey, could y'all stop pointing this at my house or, you know, point it at my car. I think it's a gun or something. You know what I mean? And they could have been killed like that. But he wanted an altercation with a woman and her baby brother. And see, this is another crazy, senseless crime. And that's why I keep saying we're in our last days. When you got people just walking up to your house, your residence, starting an argument, tell you or whoever there with you that he'll shoot the house up, and you brush it off. You know, 30 minutes later, the same dude come back and shoot your house up. Everybody run inside, somebody happen to get shot. Again, bullets don't got no names on it. Once they fire and let it go, it's a wrap. Bullets go anywhere, windows, doors, cars, whoever in the way. So it got to stop somewhere. But like I said, this is another crazy situation that somebody had to lose their life over playing a game with a laser beam. And again, it could have went both ways, where somebody feel like they was threatened for their life, or it was just a way to try to say, cover up the true fact of he just went over there just trying to start something and end up killing somebody. And she was pregnant, 16 to 17 weeks pregnant. So that's 2 murder charges. Then on top of that, he was already out on bond on some more felony charges. But like I said, here we go again. The court system letting these criminals back out to kill again. This guy had a slew of charges and only 26 years old. Murder charges, armed robbery charges, walking around with a firearm, being a convicted felon. This dude had all type of charges. Then when he got out on bond on his initial charge, they let him back out. So we continue to see these same type of stories where the court system ain't doing no justice. They ain't helping nobody. They only helping more people lives getting lost. That's all they doing. That's what they helping people go faster to their graves. Because you keep letting these criminals out that don't deserve to be on the street, that ain't got shit else to do but go around and argue with people trying to start something so they can shoot them and kill them or rob them or whatever the case is. But like I said, this was a habitual offender. He was already out on bond 2 times. Wasn't even supposed to be walking the streets. But like I said, we continue to hear these type of stories where the court system let these criminals out just to commit more crimes. All because y'all want the money. Y'all gonna continue to set bail, and if you can bail out, you can hit the road. Whatever you do on the outside, it is what it is. Then he was supposed to have an ankle bracelet upon release. A judge revoked it and reinstated the original terms, just with a bond, no ankle monitor. We want to send prayers out to the families, and justice will get served. But let me know what y'all think about this crazy story. We out.